What's up everyone? I have a 5 crane victory for today, and honestly I really enjoy playing with the crane. It's a very strong unit, especially in golden pack. There's not a lot of sniping going on, so you don't really have to worry about the 2 HP being sniped off the board before the battle even begins. And the ability to provide attack as well as a perk that is melon, that is a very strong perk, especially for golden pack standards. It's actually extremely powerful. Like, if you're going for a scaling team in golden pack, I definitely suggest that you start picking up some cranes because they are going to pay dividends. But anyway, as far as 5 of a kinds are concerned, they're not really perfect because of the low base HP. They don't really synergize well with each other. So my idea for this was to stack up as much gold as possible, and you can see we're having a very good start here, even though the game is giving me some errors for some reason. So my idea was to stack up some gold units. You can see I have a weasel, I have a magpie, and that's generally a good strategy to go for regardless of the build. Stack up gold for the late game, and then you can take advantage of it. My opponent very luckily here leveled up into 2 baboons, but we do manage to beat him because of the superior stats. But the idea of stacking a lot of gold is that a lot of the scalers in golden pack come pretty late. You have Sea Lion, that's tier 4, you have the Blue-ringed Octopus as well as Cockatoo, which are both tier 5. Bird of Paradise is tier 6, and other than that, the other methods of scaling are kind of clunky. You have the Manatee, which kills itself, so you don't really get the option to just buy it and forget about it. You have to maintain it constantly, or just put a banana on it and transform it into a monkey in 2 turns. But other than that, I think the main option for this build is going to be Sea Lion, because it provides HP exclusive scaling, which for crane is going to come in pretty handy. We leveled up into a falcon here. I decided to take it. For a little bit during this run I was thinking about going for 5 falcons, because I still don't have the 5 of a kind falcon, and falcon is actually a pretty good unit as well if you manage to scale them up, which once again in golden pack is a little bit of a problem, but I am trying my hardest. You can see I'm even taking a baboon here. I'm stacking up some gold for the next turn, buying 2 avocados, the magpie helping out a little bit as well. This is looking like a loss because of the 6 trumpets especially, yeah. But it's alright because we preserved a lot of hearts. And now this is going to be the big turn. We level up into the Stoat and we sell it into a Sea Lion. Unfortunately we didn't level into a crane, but we still have another opportunity with the weasel if we find one in shop. Here I wanted to pick up the second Sea Lion because it's more scaling and I obviously want that. I probably sell the falcon here, yeah. I'm kind of invested a little bit in the baboon because in 2 turns it's going to start scaling up the crane, and it gives more HP than attack, so it's the perfect kind of scaling for my sort of build. And for now just crane is going to be very useful because the Sea Lions are buffing the HP of the weasel even more, and the crane is almost guaranteed to trigger its ability, and you can see how useful it is. We managed to defeat that guy. It wasn't really a problem even. And I'm probably going to level some more of the Sea Lions. If I can manage to get even more HP scaling, it's going to be best. Because the crane gives attack as well as melon, I don't really need to care about attack scaling as much, so it's kind of nice to have such freedom. Yeah, it's a 10-9 already before cranes are even available in the shop. So I think my plan for next turn is going to be look for as many cranes as possible to utilize the sea lion scaling as best as possible. Here unfortunately we lose, and it's very sad because we are going to pivot if we get lucky, of course. Here we get a level 3 sea lion, and nothing good from the level up, sadly. Catfish is kind of enticing in case we find the blue ringed octopus, but we haven't found even a single one yet, so it's not really a good option for us. And yeah, sadly no cranes on this turn, which means the sea lion gets to buff only a single crane for this turn, but thankfully the baboon is also starting to buff it, so it's starting to become kind of sizable in stats. And once again the OP ability of the crane is carrying us. We don't really need to care about our team at this point. So another turn to run for cranes. We find another one, which is excellent. I think we are also going to find a third one, if I'm not mistaken. Chocolate is kind of a reasonable option as well. Okay, no third crane, I guess I misremembered, but we do have a second crane and it's starting to scale up a little bit as well. As I was saying, chocolate is kind of an enticing option as well, because if you manage to get the second in position crane to level 2 and potentially get 2 buffs and 2 melons out of it, it's going to be crazy strong in the fights. Now that we are on tier 6, the baboon is going to be useless for our team, so I'm just looking for an opportunity to sell it, hoping to find a crane, and indeed we do. So now we have 3 cranes on the team, as well as a weasel. Weasel are actually being super useful, giving us 2 extra gold every turn and being a stat stick at this point, like 10 attack and 20 something HP. Sadly, I was going to say sadly I think we lose, but we actually win because the sea lion is kind of scaled up as well. We can finally say goodbye to the crane. I for some reason give up on the chocolate. I guess scaling is a little bit more important. And another good thing about this build is that both the sea lion and the cranes are above tier 4. Or I guess in sea lion's case you're equal to tier 4, but that means the pretzel is giving double buffs. A single pretzel is giving +4/+4 stats. And you can see how meaningful it is, like having the units have high HP and surviving a single hit. I'm probably going to start investing in the second in position crane sometime as well, because if I manage to pull off several crane abilities during a single fight, it's going to be crazy good for me. Also, something I didn't mention is that the crane synergizes really nicely with the pita bread, because you get the 15 HP from the pita bread, and after that it disappears and gets instantly replaced by a melon. So you're basically getting the best of both worlds. Here I freeze the chocolate, finally deciding to make the second in position crane a level 2, but I don't think we're going to find any more cranes nor chocolate, so yeah, it's all going to be level 1 cranes, but that's more than good enough. You can see even ink gets removed, and this is probably going to be the final fight, if I'm not mistaken. You can see me making the final transition. Starting to level here, freeing up a shop slot, hoping to find another chocolate, but unfortunately no cigar. But yeah, this is going to be the final team, and I really hope you enjoyed it. In case you did, please like, sub, do all the generic stuff, leave a nice comment, and I'll talk to you next time. Take care.